G'day Australia. G'day cuzzies in New Zealand. How you going? Seeing how the Facebook censors really liked it the other day when I washed up. Didn't get any muting when I washed up. I thought I'd give the Facebook censors a real thrill. Today I'm going to wipe up. Isn't that extraordinary, eh? Yeah. They don't mute me when I'm washing up. Let's see what happens when I'm wiping up, shall we? It's always fun, isn't it, wiping up? You know, Australia, let me know what's happening here if they start. Morning, Cuzzy Ken, Cousin Sammy, Cuzzy Glenn, how you doing? And there's Elder. Oh, Elder, haven't seen you for ages. Mike, how you going, guys? Yvonne, oh, it's lovely to have you pop in. G'day, Christy, how you doing? And there's Peter. Look, Cousin Janet's just popping in. And, of course, we're all gearing up for our family reunions. You've got to keep a tight family, haven't you, you know? And of course, we all know what parks we need to be at on every Saturday, yeah. Because, you know, our cuzzies over there in Europe, they do a really good job of having them family reunions every weekend, don't they? Yeah, we really need to be like our extended family over there in Europe and all those countries. It's interesting, isn't it? G'day, look, Cuzzy Linda's popped in and Sue Ellen's popped in. Oh, it's lovely to have company in the morning, isn't it? Morning, Melissa. G'day, Jimbo Bob. I love the name, Jimbo Bob. Damien. Now, Damien, how have you been, Damien? Now, I heard you were quite the whiz with the cheese and cabanossi last weekend. I hope you're doing that again this weekend. And, of course, Cuzzy Suzanne's just turned up. Yes. Anyway, Australia, of course, we're all gearing up because we having another reunion on Saturday, aren't we? I was thinking about these reunions, yeah. Because it's really interesting, you know. I asked people a question yesterday because I was just wanting a bit of feedback about, g'day, Dawn. That's our cuzzy there from Virginia, Minnesota, USA. That's Cuzzy Virginia. Glad to have you popping in, Virginia. Yeah, I was thinking about that, you know. You know how I put a question up and I said, like, what if you woke up tomorrow and there was no, like, the government offices were all vacated? I was just thinking about, wanted some feedback. And, you know, every one of those comments would say they'd be really happy. That's what they say. And so I'm thinking, if you know what's going to make you happy, I reckon that's what we should do. I do. If we all know what's going to make us happy, then we've all got to start actioning it, haven't we? Now in Australia, this is how it works. You see those state governors that live the high life in a little mansion that's paid for by we the people? They've got servants dusting their ornaments, cooking their meals, getting out the hoover to keep the house clean that we pay for. They get paid handsomely too, by the way. Yeah, you want to go and take a look at that. That's an eye-opener. And it occurs to me, you know, if we know what's going to make us happy, and that would be the sacking of the governments and a new election, then the person responsible for that is actually your state governors, because they issue the writs for a fresh election, you know. So I'm thinking as we progress along this road, we really start needing to have family reunions in and around the area of which our state governors live. Now, the state governor in Sydney lives down there, bottom end of Macquarie Street down there. Yeah, sort of behind the Domain. You know the area I'm talking about. It's just down the road from the Parliament House there. Yeah, that's where Margaret Beasley is, Margie. Yeah. And, of course, then you got Linda Dessau. You know, she's down there in Victoria. I'm going to have to go to Google Maps shortly, you know, and have a good look around there. Because, you see, from my little survey yesterday, it seems everyone would be really happy if their government was gone, you know. So, as we know what's going to make us happy, it's time we all started to learn. G'day, cousin Carlo and Lucia's just popped in. Oh, we love them. They're wags, aren't they, you know. But it seems to me if we know what's going to make ourselves happy, you know, if we know that, which clearly we do, then we need to be taking steps to action that. You know, yes, that's right. Cousin Carl says down here in Tassie it's Kate Warner. Yeah, well, if you're in Tassie, I'm going to have to talk to me mate Andrew Morrisby about that. But if you're in Tassie, it might be time to go knock on Kate's door. Say g'day. Tell her what you want. You wanted to issue writs for a fresh election. You know, oh, cousin Zeke's here. Oh, we love Zeke. He's a larrikin, isn't he? And so's Mike. Mike's a wag, aren't you, Mike? You know. We love our larrikins in Australia, don't we? Actually, all Anzacs are larrikins, yeah. Yeah, we're known for digging in, aren't we? Yeah, we like digging in. We got big shovels too, haven't we? Oh, yeah, we got big shovels, yeah. You know, those shovels, man, they really hurt if they whack you on the head. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to be careful of that. You know, people like YMCA, Robocop and all that shit. We're going to talk about some other stuff this morning because, you know, I'll take my time when I'm wiping up in case you've noticed, yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about things like, you know, Fanos Paniatis and James Bartolo and Jamel and Avi Yemen. You know, I just watched Avi's footage there from the weekend at Melbourne, and that was really disgusting. And it's 30 minutes worth, and you've really got to watch it to the end because you know that fucking dirty grub from your Melbourne police, Melbourne News down there, Peter Dowsey, I think, or something like that his name is. You really got to watch that to the end. Really got to watch that to the end because you know what? That bloody reporter, Avi's team caught him on camera saying a whole lot of shit about the injustice of what was going on down there, and he'd been issued, and anyway, he exposes him fabulous as a fucking coward. What a puppet you are, eh, Peter? I think his name was Peter. Yeah, Jesus, Murphy, you'd be embarrassed to be married to that. You certainly wouldn't want it in your family. You'd want out a coward like that from your family right quick, I reckon. Yeah. Anyway, these bail conditions, just want to talk about that for a minute because it's really important that every Australian and our cousins in New Zealand know exactly what's happened to these blokes. You know, James, Jamel, Fanos and the like, okay? They've been told they need to be very careful with what they say because if they say something that the commie dummy Daniel thinks is whatever, you know. I mean, he's making up the fucking rules as he goes along. Doesn't depend that there is any bloody rules. But he's told them if they say anything, the cops have issued bail conditions that those blokes will be thrown in jail for 6 months before seeing a magistrate. 6 months for using your voice. I'm going to throw you in jail for 6 months before you even see the justice system. What makes that okay? Tell me, because I don't know. Tell me, because I don't fucking know what makes that okay. 28 prominent people, pedophiles, still practicing. Senator Bill Heffernan told you 5 years ago. Protected by suppression orders. Hey. And yet, if someone uses their voice, they can now be thrown in jail for 6 months. No questions asked, just forgotten about. They're political prisoners. Do you know what that is? Australia, that's communism. And it's here and it's on the Victorian state right now. What are you doing about that? On what planet is that okay? It is never okay. No angry faces, only love hearts, regardless of what I say. Only love hearts. Now, I put out a question yesterday, and you guys said you'd be happy if your government was gone. That's what you all said. I read through all the comments. That's what you said. Love hearts and likes only, no matter what I'm saying. Love hearts and likes only. So you know what's going to make you happy. You know your government's being gone is what's going to make you happy. Right. Well, then you need to make that happen. So this is a call out to all the grey nomads across the country that have got mobile homes. Okay? I'll tell you now, there's lovely little locations down there in Canberra outside the Governor-General's home in Yarralumla. You might want to pack up your mobile home and you might want to go and camp there for a couple of days. And if you're in Victoria or Tasmania and you're a grey nomad, change happens the moment you stand up. Wouldn't it be fabulous, you know, if tomorrow morning David Hurley wakes up and there's 1,400 grey nomads in their mobile campus pulling up down Dunrossel Drive. Yeah. You know, and because parking might be tight, you might have to park close together, you know, across the road. It's called blocking the road. You know who else? Those big truck drivers and stuff, they often got cabins in their big semis. Yeah, they got cabins. And I'm sure there'd be a few grey nomads down there, because we're social people, aren't we? We like to have a chat with each other, don't we? I'm sure there'd be grey nomads pull up that would help, you know, help a truckie that was also parked there, make a toasted sandwich and whatever, you know. People come together to do what you need to do. Probably only need to be there for 2 or 3 days, I reckon. And of course that'd soon get out that all of a sudden there's 1,400 camper vans parked out there at Dunrossel Drive, paying Dave Hurley a visit. Yeah. Next minute there'd be a few hundred semis driving into Canberra. And then of course down in Victoria there, yeah, Linda Desiu, Governor. Hello, Governor. Wake up tomorrow morning and find there's bloody 700 camper vans there, all parked tight, just like a car park, blocked the whole road, yeah. And of course behind them there's a few semi-trailers, yeah. Then behind them there's a few taxi drivers, yeah. Standing behind them and sitting in their cars is a few hundred business owners that have gone broke, yeah. You could just turn that whole road into a camping ground, couldn't you? Yeah, you could. And you'd have a lot of fun. You'd meet lots of cuzzies. Yeah, meet lots of cuzzies. Can you imagine being Linda for a moment, shall we? Linda wakes up tomorrow morning, looks out her window, much like that. Shit. 400 mobile homes there. 800 grey nomads. Hey, ScoMo. Yeah, it's Linda here. Yeah, your Freemason Demorlaid Duchess from years ago. Yeah, that's right. Look, Scotty boy. Got 400 camper vans out the front of me driveway here, mate, you know. No, it seems the security can do nothing about it because they're fucking outnumbered. And we've just had a bit of intel coming that there's a whole lot of fucking semi-trailers heading this way too. We're a bit outnumbered here. No, there's no chance of getting in or out because you see these camper van people, they've parked strategically next to each other. They've blocked the whole fucking road. No, they're not aggressive. They're just holding barbecues and they're all having a chin wag, standing around. Every now and again there's a bit of a chant that goes up that says, issue the writs, issue the writs, issue the writs. Yeah, the writs for the fresh election. Yeah, no, I know it's a worry, but you see, Scotty, this is how it goes, mate. At the end of the day, the fucking buck stops with me here, Linda Desiu, as the Governor of Victoria. And at the moment, just in the time I've been talking to you, I've now got 1,200 fucking people at the end of my driveway, and I'm getting a little bit worried, Scott, you know. You know, next minute there's a fucking... Look, there's fucking Channel 7's here. Oh, fucking hell. You know, and Dumbo Dan, he's still walking around with his finger up his arse. I know he likes to sniff his own shit. But listen, this is getting a bit real, because in the 10 minutes that I've been talking to you now, I reckon there's about another 800 people at my fucking gate. Okay, now there's just one of me, and I've now got 4,500 fucking people at my fucking gate. Okay, so this shit's getting real. So you better get some SAS officers in here and drop a line down and hoist me up to the helicopter, because I got to get out of this joint. You know, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, just issue the writs. All right. Yep, I'll ring David now. Okay. Okay, bye. Hello? Davo, Slender here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Your little Duchess from years ago, I know. Davo Hurley, Governor General. Got a bit of a situation here, mate. Yeah, David, you're going to have to listen. Because what do you mean you've got a situation? Oh, fuck. You got 7,500 people at your gate there in Dunrussell Drive in Canberra, hey? Down at Yarralumla. Fuck. Davo, this shit's getting real, man. These people are organised. Well, Davo, I'm telling you now, Davo, I got about 12,500 people in my fucking gate here, okay, at the Governor-General's house here in Victoria, Linda, you know, my home. You know, the servants here that are wiping my ass and mopping my floor are getting a bit worried. You know, because we're seriously outnumbered. You know, there's 6.5 million people in fucking Victoria and just one Linda Dasseyou. What do you mean? Davo, what do you mean? Oh, fuck. Davo, you got 2.5 million already. Well, yeah, that's right. There's 5.5 million in Sydney, and that's just up the road from Canberra. And it only takes you a couple of hours to get to Canberra. Fuck, Davo, you must be sweating a bit, eh? You know, I mean, if those 5 million people from New South Wales, if they decide to take a 2-hour drive from Sydney, you know, the Sydney metro area, 5.23 million people in Sydney metro area, if they all decide to take a drive down to Canberra and park out there in Dunrussell Drive, mate, you're a bit like me. We're a bit fucking outnumbered, aren't we? Yeah, look, I think, Davo, I think you're going to have to make the call. You need to send the memo around Australia. We need to issue fresh writs for a fresh election, and we need to do it right now. Now, a couple of months ago, that Karen Brewer sent you a letter, Davo. Remember that? Hang on, I've got to change hands. Now, she sent the same letter to me as well and every other governor, and then, you know, as you know, we've had about 175,000 of those letters. And remember in that letter, she said there was a script that you had to get up and announce about Bill's speech. Remember that? She even wrote the script for you to say to over a national broadcast. Remember that? Yeah, Davo, we're going to have to do that. Yeah, no, this shit's getting real. I know. We thought the serfs would never organise. But the thing is, we pushed it too far and now they're fucking organised. Yeah. Oh, look, no, I think there's been some memo go out through the grey nomads, and because I've got every bloody camper van in Victoria parked out the front of my street now. Yeah. No, you can't get in, you can't get out, it's blocked. No, there's a whole ring of semi-trailers behind the camper vans. Yeah. No, it seems to me these people are here to stay for at least days, I'd say. Yeah. No, they're organised, full gas bottles, the whole lot. Solar panels. Yeah, they're cooking for each other. Yeah, no, I don't think they're backing down. No, I think this shit's getting real. Yep. Okay, set up the Zoom with all the state governors. We got to get organised because this shit's getting real quick. Okay, Davo, so we'll lock that in 10 minutes' time, a whole Zoom conference with all the governors. We got to fucking take action because these people are about to fucking storm. There's a lot of them. There's only a few of us. Bye, Davo. And that's how it goes. There's nothing any Australian needs to be doing today except making this plan happen. There is nothing that makes threatening people who've done nothing wrong to be thrown in jail for 6 months when your fucking judiciary is full of pedophiles. There's nothing you need to do today except get organised. Share the knowledge, Australia. I'll be back with you this evening. Bye, folks.